Three, two, one. Hey, what's going on? Much love. Welcome in, bros, and everybody, and to the young and the old, and the noobs and the pros. I hope you're having an awesome, awesome day, and maybe I can contribute to the awesomeness in some small way by sharing my energy with you as we review a new deck and I walk you through a game I just played. So, snakes on a plains. Why? Because it's fun. Because I like snakes. I'm a Slytherin black mage, as you know, and even though this isn't a black deck, hiss, I like snakes. I'm a parcel tongue. And also snakes on a plains, because why would you not be snakes on a plains? I'll walk you through the deck list here. If one of you guys wanted to post the deck list in the comments, I will give you a cyber hug and promote you to supreme exemplar of the Magic for Good universe, first disciple of T-Wizard, or whatever title you want to make up. Anyway, so let's talk about how the deck works. We already know why. Basically, I just put in all the best snakes, so I'm going to tell you what all these snakes do. First, our best snake, 1-drop, 1/1, Sakura Tribe Scout, tap, put a land card from our hand onto the battlefield. Since we're playing that, I'm going to play Simic Growth Chamber because this is a combo. We have a lot of lands, it can ramp pretty nicely, so we're doing it. Then we have Coiling Oracle, which is a 1/1 that draws a card and can ramp a land, pretty good with Simic Growth Chamber off the top as well. Sakura Tribe Elder needs no introduction, sack to pull up a land, so we've got some, and Lotus Cobra, Hot Snake, action, 2 mana, 2/1. So you notice we have tons of ramp. Tons of ramp. We've got 16 ramp snakes and 24 lands, so we got a fuck ton of mana. What are we going to do with that mana? For one, we can draw more cards. Orin Viper, 3 mana, 1/3. Death Touch, and when it hits an opponent, draw a card. Pretty sweet. And then Sosuke's Summons is kind of the real build around here. 3 mana, make 2/1/1 snakes. So whenever a non-token snakes comes in, we get to pick it up from our hand. So this is going to give us game against a control deck. Game goes long enough, Summons is going to take over. It gives us game against an aggro deck or a creature deck, any kind of fair deck. Games go long enough, we're just going to overwhelm them with snakes. And we've got ways to pump those snakes. We have Sosuke, which gives our snake creatures +1/+0, and Death Touch. So that is a nice little lord here. Sosuke, buff-ass, 4-armed, 2 legs. Doesn't really look like a snake, to be honest. Can snakes have that many arms? I guess so. And then Sachi, which turns our shamans, of which some of these are shamans. Pump buff, it gives our toughness buff and taps for all our shamans, tap for 2 green. Then finally, Granddaddy Snake Monk Seshiro, 6 mana, 3/4, gives our snakes +2/+2, and when they deal combat damage, draw a card. So, big fucking snake. And then finally, snakes on a plains. Why? Because we have so much mana. Any competitive deck that has a lot of mana needs mana sinks, things to do with their mana, and ours is Gavany Township. Tap 5 and grow our team. And this can overwhelm opponents in the long game and gives us something to do when we flood out. Also, Snakes on a Plains gives us access to white sideboard cards, which are really strong. Stony Silence to fight Affinity, Rest in Peace to fight Dredge and other graveyard decks, Glare of Subdual to win the creature wars, Spellskite for Infect and Bogles, Threads to steal Tarmogoyfs, and some negates. Oh, and also we're playing a Mystic Snake in the main deck and one negate, because Counter Magic rocks. So that's the deck. And today I'm going to walk you through a match. Now, I know that you guys really want to see let's go ahead and get in here. I know you guys want to see a live play. We will do a live play. Oops, sit down here. Nice squat action. We will do live play soon, but I played a match last night and it went awesome and was really fun, and I want to share that one with you. So account, game history, scroll down here, last night, And let's replay it. Sometimes these games are out of order, so I don't know if we'll get them in the right order. Hope so. Let's walk through this. Settings. And here we go. Nice. All right. So get the screen all set up. Snake. So jump into a two-man, competitive, action with the snakes up against Celestial Colonnade. As you can see, we're playing against one of the more popular decks right now. Tier 1 even, or considered Tier 1, leading off with Sakura Tribe Elder. And, worth noting, the opponent lightning bolts us. One of the advantages of being rogue, being a snake player, is the opponent doesn't know what we're doing. So they maybe should have saved that bolt, but it looks like we're playing some kind of a ramp deck, so they go ahead and just nug us down to 17. Don't pop our Tribe Elder because we actually don't need the mana. We can use a creature. And again, for whatever reason, the opponent electrolyzes us right now. Why? I don't know. It's a little bit loosey-goosey because they should electrolyze those snakes, but mistakes occur. And that's what happened. And again, not cracking the Sakura. And I kind of like just holding up Mystic Snake while attacking. We're ahead on board. Opponent bolts us down to 12 and goes for Snapcaster Lightning Bolt, but I say, actually, let's boogie. I'm going to Mystic Snake that. Sosuke Summons comes back. Aggro coming in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opponent paths our Mystic Snake. And we make some more 1/1s. The opponent goes ahead and mana leaks that. And this is how you overwhelm control decks, because we just play our Sakura Tribe Scout and lay a land, and Sosuke Summons comes back to our hand. Every time we play a snake, it comes back, which is really hard for a control deck to beat. Attack in here for 4. Opponent makes a Celestial Colonnade and paths our Tribe Elder. LOL. Nice, man. Who cares? I don't. So we Sosuke Summons again and pick up our Sosuke Summons again and just keep coming in. Attack again. Opponent Colonnades again. They're out of cards. Worth noting. Basically, I don't think they necessarily could have won this game, but they could have made it a lot easier as we Coiling Oracle to pick up some more Sosuke Summons yet again. They definitely could have made it easier on themselves, and that's the game, by saving their electrolyzes, but I think they would have been overwhelmed eventually. See if Magic Online mixes up games 2 and 3. They tend to do that. Yeah, okay, I believe this is the correct game to show you guys this. So, I mean, we just won game 1 against Blue, White, Red, which is again one of the top decks. Lead off with the Hallowed Fountain. The opponent's got Bolt up. And we've got Sakura Tribe Elder down. Opponent goes for Serum Visions here. And we have a decision of cracking the Tribe Elder or not cracking the Tribe Elder. If we don't crack it, we can, it's worth cracking, I think, so that if we draw a land, we can drop a 4-drop, which I go ahead and do, and get Sosuke down, because it's 3/4 and it lives through Lightning Bolt. Sashi probably shouldn't be in the deck. I think I brought in some extra negates. And here's a turn where things don't go great. Attack with the Sosuke, eat a Lightning Bolt, and another Lightning Bolt. Now, we got to go for the Mystic Snake here, but we walk into Mana Leak, so if instead I had played that Hinterland Harbor first and kept up Negate with Mana Leak backup, this turn would have gone a lot better and we might have been able to win. However, I don't know that that was like the right play, but that's just kind of how it turned out. And then finally the opponent gets Nahiri down, reveals their win condition, and that, yes, this is indeed the popular Nahiri deck. So Nahiri, you +2 and discard a card and draw a card, and when you go -8, you can go search for an Emrakul and kill the opponent, and that happens real fast. That thing levels up fast. So we play down Sashiro, but Nahiri goes to 8 and Timely Reinforcements. We cannot punch through. Worth noting, Snakes on a Mountain, Kessig Wolf Run would let our Sashiro take down that Nahiri. So I've considered playing red because of this game. Although, yeah, and I concede because this Nahiri is going to go get an Emrakul. Maybe I shouldn't have conceded because the opponent can top deck the Emrakul and won't be able to do it right now. But we still won't be able to get through next turn anyways, so I went ahead and conceded. Let's jump into game 3. Again, I know you guys like a live game, and we will do that soon enough, but I just wanted to show you this match because sometimes I play Magic off camera, and if the match goes particularly well, I want to show you. So here's a bit of a slower hand, but I don't mulligan. Opponent mulligans. Notice that, okay, so on our second turn, we could have played a Lotus Cobra into Lightning Bolt. I prefer not to do that and just play Simic Growth Chamber and start off by developing Sosuke Summons. Lay down Lotus Cobra only when necessary here. Opponent Serum Visions, and they are projecting Lightning Bolt. So we could play Orin Viper, but Sosuke Summons is the best because of Lightning Bolt. And what do you know? The opponent does bolt our snake, so our patience has been rewarded because lightning bolting a Sosuke's summons token is not a very strong play, guys. Attack for 1 and play the other Sosuke summons, which gets remanded. No worries, sure. And check it out. The opponent has a big turn here playing Nahiri and taking it up to 6. Oh no, what are we going to do? Here's what we're going to do. We are going to dominate the board, and it's going to come down to the opponent has Supreme Verdict to sweep or they're going to lose. Let's make that the game. Like, there's certain situations, if you're behind, you have to just go for it and not play around stuff, and we're behind against Nahiri. If you're ahead, you can afford to play around Supreme Verdict. So, use the Lotus Cobra with the fetch lands to make a buck ton of mana. Use a buck ton of mana to play 2 Sosuke summons and say, bro, you have to have this and knock down here. You have to have Supreme Verdict. Opponent pitches a card and goes ahead and snapcasters Lightning Bolt on our Cobra. So look, they didn't have a land. They did not have a land for Supreme Verdict. So go ahead and attack Nahiri and choose to keep up Mystic Snake to counter anything but Supreme Verdict. Also worth noting that we can, if the opponent has Supreme Verdict, we could throw out a Mystic Snake end of turn. They still are missing their white mana, which is a gift for us, but that's what you get for, I mean, you can't have it all, right? Not every hand's going to be perfect. Play a patient game here, attack for 4. Opponent goes for Helix, let that resolve, sure. We weren't going to kill Nahiri anyways. And let's play Sakura Tribe Scout and pick up our Sosuke summons. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep up Mystic Snake. Opponent Nahiri's discard Snapcaster Mage, discarding all kinds of gas. They finally hit their white mana, so we know, okay, you are going to be able to sweep the board, but Mystic Snake counter that, not before we get Nahiri off the table. So we get Nahiri off, and I believe I choose to play nothing. You might as well play 1 Sosuke summons, probably in a Supreme Verdict, but the summons are just going to come back to our hands anyways, so whatever. Opponent plays Supreme Verdict, but we're at 18 life, and we have, again, Sosuke summons Inevitability, and the opponent has nothing, no way to finish. So what we go ahead and do here is play summons, play Tribe Scout, and I don't really think we need to keep up Mystic Snake anymore. We just want to dominate the board. The fights are probably going to happen during our turn anyways. So I didn't do that, and I didn't play around Snapcaster, and Snapcaster Supreme Verdict sweeps our board. But the opponent is down to 2 cards in hand. Again, we're at 18, and we can just gas back into the game with Sosuke summons for days. Again, I don't see the point in holding Mystic Snake during the opponent's turn. We just want to get some action going. Shout out to these cars that are driving by the way. Chilling in the yard. I know you guys like the scenery. And we got our Orin Viper lightning bolted. Go ahead and go for a Sosuke to pump the team. It gets remanded. Play it again. Check this out. We're about to go big. Pick up a summons. and Sosuke gets pathed, and guess what? Snakes on a plane mode activated. Snakes on a plains. We pull up the plains, and that plains is going to contribute to some game-ending business. There's a time lead, but the opponent is down to one card in hand, and we're still at 18. So what's someone to do but place 2 Sosuke summons and use our snakes on a plains to Galvany Township the hell out of our position. So now we've got 8 7/2/2 snakes as the opponent trades down. They play Colonnade, they've got one more card in hand, and we have Seshiro with Mystic Snake back up, picking up 2 Sosuke summons. I hit you for 28 snake damage, draw 7 cards, send them in. GG's, Tier 1 snakes. Deck is sick, and we'll be back with some actual live match play soon. But just want to show it off again. Thank you. If you want to know how to build random ass decks and make them competitive, you can make anything more competitive. Sign up for the free deck crafting workshop. There's a link to that below. Join the group. There's a free group, facebook.com/magicforgood. And if you're ready to take the next step, get the ebook. And if you're ready for the next step after that, sign up for the tournament preparation course. So there's a lot of ways to get you better if you care to get better. Or if you're just here for shits and gigs and entertainment, that's cool too. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Why are you here? What can I do for you? Much love. Appreciate you. And I will see y'all in the comments. Also follow me on Snapchat, Travis Dewu. Take care, bros. See you soon. Much love.